This is your biggest enemy in trading. Yo, what's good, boys? This is Thomas. Welcome to another video. And in this video, I want to talk about how trading is a long-term game, how trading is a marathon, how trading is a sprint, and why this thing is your biggest enemy. So let's go into it. So why am I saying your phone is your biggest enemy? It's basically social media. And what does social media has to do with the fact that trading is a marathon and is not a sprint? I'm sure you experienced it and you are experiencing on a daily basis. Because everyone, me included, is addicted to this device. Whether it's your trading, whether it's social media, whether it's whatever, you are addicted to your phone. Everyone is addicted to their phone. Unfortunately, we live in the day and age that, hey, we just live on a phone almost. I'm trying to, of course, limit myself, but sometimes I catch myself scrolling for no reason. And that's the point of this video. Trading is a marathon, trading is not a sprint, but what you see in social media is a completely different story. What you see on social media is you see short form content, right? You see short form content, and on that short form content on your feed is probably something along the lines like, hey, I'm 18, I make 100K trading. I'm 20, I make 100K trading. Today I made 6K, 7K, 10K trading, NQ, gold, whatever it is. What this does to your head and to your mind, it sparks that feeling like, hey, I'm not good enough, I'm not doing enough, I need to change my situation, I need to do something to make it happen finally. And what it does to you, you hop on the chart, you find some setup, you take an L. Let me know how many times this happened to you. It's so common trading mistake, and it is so common pattern that you cannot make it this way. And why am I saying trading is a marathon, it is not a sprint? Because this thing right here, this device, it is forcing you to sprint trading. It is forcing you to rush the process. But you cannot do it in trading. It's impossible to do it in trading. If your setup is not there, bro, you have no job on the charts. You don't have to look at the charts. You can live your life. You only need to be present at the charts, and you only need to be executing your setup whenever your setup is present. But let's say you trade on the New York session, right? And let's say it's 5 hours till New York session. What you're doing is that you're scrolling like a dumbass, TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is. And as I said, this shit sparks that emotion in you like, hey, I need to make the money too because this guy just made 10K. With 10K, I can change my life. Let me do it. Let me hop on a chart and let me make the money. And what's gonna happen? You're gonna lose money. Simple as that. So boys, you need to think about trading completely differently. Trading is a long-term game. Trading is a marathon. Trading is not a sprint. I don't give a fuck what you see on social media. I don't care. Okay? I post that shit as well, that I make 2-3K on gold buys, whatever it is. And it might spark that feeling into you as well, but you need to keep in mind that I put 5 years into this shit, okay? 5 years into this game. So you are trading few months, maybe 1 year, and you are expecting to make this type of money? Bro, it's not possible. So boys, think about it differently. If you are in this game not that long, or even if you are in this game for a long run, but you are not doing the right things, and this shit still makes you make trading mistakes, just try to limit this thing, okay? And sit with yourself and actually analyze and actually identify your goals as a trader, right? And actually identify your vision and identify what you want from this shit. Because you are gonna be running loop over and over and over again, and you are never gonna escape it. And you are never gonna become profitable if you are gonna be affected by this social media thing. Because what you see on social media is, number one, 95% of it is fake. And number two, social media is just a highlight. Everyone just posts their highlights. It's 1% of their life. It's not their full life, right? You need to keep in mind, hey, maybe this guy made just 10 bands on a trade. Maybe I just made 3-4K on a trade. Cool, that's true. But it's just a highlight of my life. Other than that, I'm just working. I work. That's all I do almost. Gym, boxing, trading work, whatever, content. And that's what I do not show on my social media page, right? What I do show on my social media page is just the highlights, because people care only about the highlights, right? So just try to not get affected by this, because as I said, you're gonna be stuck in this cycle like for years. You can be stuck in this cycle for years because you see this guy making this much money. What this does, spark emotions in you. You're gonna hop into chart, you're gonna take some stupid fucking setup, you're gonna lose money because you are thinking short term. You need to think long term, right? You need to fucking think long term about trading and think about trading in terms of months, quarters and years, not in terms of days and weeks. Cannot do it because this shit is in a matter of days. And right now your attention span, even my attention span, is so low that we think about trading like, hey, if I do not make money today, it's bad. If I do not make money this week, it's bad. Bro, what matters is end of the month, end of quarter, end of the year. That's it. Nothing else matters. So boys, yeah, limit this device, identify your vision, what you actually want to achieve from trading, and also don't put a timeline on it, right? Because okay, it's good to have a deadline, but not when it comes to trading. Just learn and do the right things over and over and over and over again. Then you're gonna become consistently profitable, right? Because that's consistency. But you are never gonna become consistently profitable, boys, if you are gonna be still and only consuming this thing, because this thing gives you FOMO, and FOMO makes you make stupid decisions. And it has nothing to do with consistency. It has nothing to do with consistent trading. So yeah, boys, as I said, limit this device, identify what you want, don't put a timeline on yourself, just make a plan, stick to that plan, keep repeating the same things over and over and over again. You're gonna become consistently profitable, you're gonna make all this money in the world, and then you can start to maybe create on this device, and you're gonna escape the trap of only consuming. And yeah, just to say, boys, that trading is a marathon, trading is not a sprint. Keep that in mind.